You know, I heard someone say in argument to RFK Jr.'s stat that 72% of drug companies' profits come from we, the United States, just 4% of the globe in terms of population. I've heard some say, well, we consume the most drugs. We're the sickest. That's why. And in response to that, I would say, why is that? Because other nations practice and insist on more healthful options and solutions for their people than we do for some reason, which leads back to the Maha movement and why RFK Jr. is pushing so hard to get poisons and toxins out of our food supply, for instance. This country has been ingesting poison, for want of a better term, and has become an extraordinarily unhealthy population. And Big Pharma has come along and said, I got a pill to cure that. I got a pill to stop that. Not cure it, but stop it. Treat it, treat it, treat it. Take a pill. I got a pill to treat it. So if the argument is we're just a deeply, deeply sick nation and that's why we should pay out the nose because we consume more pharmaceutical products than everybody else, that seems like a really terrible defense of gouging old women and old men for their pharmaceutical products because we consume more of it than the rest of the world. That means the rest of the world is healthier. And shouldn't we take a hard look at why that is? And what's Big Pharma doing to make sure that we don't need to rely on their pills to constantly stave things off rather than treat it and get better? It's a vicious cycle that RFK Jr., to his credit, is the first that I know of in public life to ever step forward and say, hey, how about we genuinely try to get healthier so we don't need to keep popping drugs all the time? No one is against anybody making profit. No one's against anybody making money here. But do we want our people sicker, living less long, dying, taking more and more and more meds at a higher volume and a higher cost than the rest of the world? That is untenable. It's a ridiculous, untenable solution. Just like it's ridiculous and untenable to keep buying all of our stuff cheap from China, and then when there's a global pandemic or an emergency or a war or whatever, China goes, guess what? I'm not selling to you anymore. And they fold their arms, and then we're all sitting around with empty store shelves. Why the hell are people so damned insistent that this country stays sick and dependent? What the hell is that? Some of my fellow conservatives who think that we should stay sick and dependent on other countries. What is that? What the hell is wrong with that kind of thinking? I'll tell you what it is. It's that same lazy-ass boomer mentality that comes from this place of, I've got mine and screw the rest of you. I got one foot in the grave anyway. What do I care? I like my prices where they are, and I like my drugs what they are because it's all paid for by government anyway. I don't have to care. Younger people are bearing the load for taxes so that I don't have to pay for my drugs anyway. I don't care. I'm on Medicaid. The rest of my days are paid for. I don't care. Let the young people pay for it. I don't care. I like my stuff cheap. Let China make it. I don't care. That is that old guard boomer crap that needs to go. And it is, thank goodness, thanks to Donald Trump.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.